Walter Theodore Sonny Rollins was an American jazz tenor saxophonist who is widely recognized as one of the most important and influential jazz musicians. In a 7-decade career, Rollins recorded more than 60 albums as a leader. Rollins went through the heroin addiction problem and came away from that with a lot of more deeply spiritual, philosophical perspicacity, proving the value of that by living very long. He kept his second marriage going for very nearly 40 years, but did not father any children. His music was his children. Born on September the 7th, 1930 in New York City, he grew up in Harlem, not far from the Savoy Ballroom, the Apollo Theater, and the doorstep of his idol Coleman Hawkins. After early discovery of Fats Waller and Louis Armstrong, he started out on alto saxophone, inspired by Louis Jordan. At the age of 16, he switched to tenor. Trying to emulate Hawkins, he also fell under the spell of the musical revolution that surrounded him, bebop. He began to follow Charlie Parker and soon came under the wing of Thelonious Monk, who became his musical mentor and guru. When he was living in Sugar Hill, his neighborhood musical peers included Jackie McLean, Kenny Drew, and Art Taylor, but it was young Sonny who was first out of the pack, working and recording with Babs Gonzalez, J.J. Johnson, Bud Powell, and Miles Davis before he turned 20. Of course, these people are there to be called on because I think I represent them in a way, Rollins has said of his peers and mentors. They're not here now, so I feel like I'm sort of representing all of them, all of the guys. Remember, I'm one of the last guys left, as I'm constantly being told, so I feel a holy obligation sometimes to evoke these people. Sonny Rollins played with Charlie Parker, most notably on a legendary Miles Davis recording session on October 30th, 1953. The two also shared a stage in concert, notably at a Great Jazz Moderns event at the Town Hall in New York City in October 1954. Rollins was 10 years younger than Parker, and he considered Bird his ultimate hero. Rollins famously noted that playing alongside his idol during these sessions gave him the push he needed to get free from drug abuse addiction after Parker expressed sadness over seeing young musicians fall into drug addiction. In the early 50s, he established a reputation first among musicians, then the public, as the most brash and creative young tenor on the scene. Through his work with Miles Monk and the MJQ, Miles Davis was an early Sonny Rollins fan, and in his autobiography wrote that he began to hang out with Sonny Rollins and the Sugar Hill Harlem crowd. Anyway, Sonny had a big reputation among a lot of the younger musicians in Harlem. People loved Sonny Rollins up in Harlem and everywhere else. He was a legend, almost a god to a lot of the younger musicians.